While our budget is still limited and we're still having a loss every month, it is high time that we begin researching or building a new battleship. We do have the shipbuilding capacity, and they take a very long time. So despite the fact that the 16-inch guns are only Mark 1s, I think we are going to get ourselves the Colorado class of battleships designed. Now, with this ship, with this one, I am not going to adhere anymore necessarily to historical values. So that was only for the initial setup, but everything that I'm building within the game is going to be, whatever I'm coming up with. So we are going to get the Colorado going. And we're going to go with a 21 knot speed and many bulkheads. Yeah, let's start with that. Let's see if we can, and regular crew quarters. Let's see. Well, maybe we'll already go for maximum bulkheads. I don't want to lose those if I can avoid it. How big can we make these things? We obviously also don't want. We've got a 40,000 ton shipyard limit. So let's start out with maybe 35,000, and we'll see what that's going to look like. So, biggest control tower that we can fit. We will see what the price is going to end up being. I think the most expensive ship that we have at this point is either the New Mexico 500 million or the Lexington. Actually, no, the New Mexico is still more expensive. We haven't actually built any of the Lexingtons. But we currently don't really have the budget, and I really want to use the large guns and get that out there, and then later on refit one of these things into once we have better main guns. So we are going to use the 16-inch guns, but the rate of fire is terrifyingly slow. So I think we are going to start out with the twins. We could theoretically put quadruple 16-inch guns on these things, but then we're talking about 0.25 rounds per minute. So that's gonna get really down. So either we're going with we'll see what it's going to look like. Either we're going to go with an 8-gun 4 twins setup, or we go with a 9-gun 3 triple setup. Well, let's start with the slide. What's the weight difference between the two? Yeah, the weight difference is quite significant. Let's start with these and see what that's gonna look like if we did that on 4 twins. So secondary tower. I'm gonna start out with the most advanced stuff that I can find, and I think the secondary tower is gonna have to sit behind this section in the middle. Okay, and funnels. Yep, single funnel is gonna be enough, which leaves us, if we can fit it in there, that is. The problem being that the funnel is too wide to fit on this center rail here. That's unfortunate. How about the tall funnel? Tall funnel is fitting, and that is enough engine efficiency, so we can stick that somewhere here. Would love to have the space in the rear to have more space in the rear. Let's see what that's going to look like. But we can't fit the secondary tower up there. Can we fit a cage mast? No. Can we fit any secondary tower up on top of this rail? No. The answer is negative. So may as well stick the big one down here. Come on, there you go. And then we'll have to find something else to do with this bit in the middle. Yeah, well, this is actually quite annoying, because that means if none of the secondary towers is fitting on top of that, that means we don't really have an awful lot of space. We're wasting that space in the middle. What can I do with that? Can I put another gun turret on that? No. That's sort of that bit of superstructure here is sort of wasted because of these bolt rails, I guess, because they seem to be non-negotiable. Because I would like to have one turret rear, and then we're going to get ourselves a barbette. No, that's honking massive. Tall superimposed. 70, 75, very tall superimposed. Let's see which one's actually good here. I've never really looked at the... I've only ever looked at the visuals. Okay, that's too large. That's too large. That's kind of too large. That works. Let's see, very tall superimposed. Or we go... That gives us 80 flash fire protection. And then we could... just stick another turret on that thing. There we go. And secondary tower is not fitting, so we'd have to move everything back. I don't like the guns to be that far back, really. I mean, this is as close as we can get it. It is a relatively balanced design. The problem is it's got that space in the middle, which is very, very useless, and it's too far to the rear, which means the armor is going to be super long. What if we make that ship a bit wider? Can we fit the tower up there? Can we fit any of the tower? Yes. Okay. So if we make her a bit wider, we can start fitting a secondary tower on top of there, which is really what I would prefer. So how much wider are we going to have to get to make that happen? That is really annoying that doesn't fit up there. I mean, the best we could probably get is the best we can get is the tiny one with 5% beam. But that's kind of not good. Okay, so there's an alternative to what we can do. What we could do, we can move the funnel in the middle here, put the beam back to 0, and move the forward superstructure back. But then what are we going to do with all that space here? Like put it more like this, sort of. I think we can do the smaller forward superstructure as well, but that doesn't really give us anything. So that's the forward superstructure. We don't have control over the placement of these. The other alternative that we can do here and I think that's probably what we're going to be doing. There we go. So we get the secondary tower there. We're not putting a rear barbette, and we're going to go for triples. So main guns, center line, triple 16-inch. 3 barrels. 1, 2, and 3 for a total of 9 guns, which is 1 more than we would have had otherwise. And we can sort of finagle this around here by leaving the rear superstructure down, and we can put a bunch of secondaries on. And I would love to put this a little bit further back, but the design isn't really particularly conducive towards that. What are we cost-wise? 1.9 million. Sorry, 190 million. That's not too bad, actually. Looks a bit weird. I'm not quite liking... I've still got this kind of space in the middle here, but we can sort of balance this a little bit more. We've still got some space. Can I fit a... I do want 5-inch secondaries. Can I fit 5-inch secondaries on top of that thing? Theoretically, in the middle? On that on that thing? Yes, I could, but it can't reach anywhere. Okay, well, we'll see what we do with these, but we'll start out with 5-inch triple barrel secondaries, and we can make use of these little emplacements there, and we can fit another one here. So we've got nine main guns, and we've got a good set of 5-inch secondaries here. We've got a good engine efficiency, and we haven't even done anything with... we're still on coal fuel, so that funnel is more than enough on this design. We could try to just reduce the displacement a bit. At which point does the ship get smaller? Let's see. If we pull this down a bit... Can we? Because I have too much space, to be fair. Does it ever get smaller? Or is this this is as small as it gets? So 32,500 tons is the smallest displacement we can get. As a compact Colorado, I'd say. Okay, so we've got we can't fit any of these anywhere else, I guess. What is that position? Oh, it's putting it twins in the middle. Yeah, but they have nowhere to go. Okay, can I just get one? Can I just get a single one? It doesn't have any arcs. It doesn't have any firing arcs from there. I should be able to fire over the side, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can push the forward superstructure a bit forward. And we can push the funnel a bit forward. Can we fit another... I mean, I could fit another funnel in there. It's just that I don't need one. But while I could put a gun here, it's just... I think it's just that the superstructure is in the way. This just... it doesn't have any... It doesn't have any firing arcs. Okay, so that doesn't work. What else could we put here? I mean, I could put a second funnel there. I just have no reason to. I could put two funnels, but I've got an almost 300% engine efficiency. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Well, I guess it's just going to be pretty much wasted space, to be honest. So we can put these a little rearwards then. And in that case, we may be, because these are slightly elevated, can we fit another set of 5-inch guns here in that forward sector? We actually can. Okay. So while this is starting to look a little funny, and we do have a forward weight offset, we were just going to waste this space in the middle here, because there's not really an awful lot that we can put here. Can we push this a bit forward just for optics? It doesn't impede the secondaries. And we have, how many do we have now? We've got 8 triples. That is definitely more than Colorado had. Can we put anything on these things? I wonder. Secondaries. Can we put something like a 2-inch guns? Yes, we can actually. So we could put 2 inches here. Can we put 3 inches there? No. Twin barrel? No. So 2-inch triplets we could put on these. Come on, let me do it. I know you want to. There you go. So we got 2-inch triplets. Nothing much we can do here. We could put 2-inch triplets down there. That is fascinating. We've got another one here. So this is starting to become an absolute secondary monster. 2-inch singles. We can't really fit them into these little nooks there. We could fit another one here, but that'll start impeding the 5-inchers. I can't really fit any here. We could fit them back there, but that would deal with the forward weight offset, I guess. I mean, like that. They're sort of clear of the blast radius. I mean, these are open top, but they're sort of clear of the blast radius of this thing. And 2-inch casemates, single barrel. We could, but honestly, I don't want to because they're quite inefficient. With 7.6 tons, and the 2-inch triple is half that weight. Yeah, the casemates are too heavy. They're weight inefficient. I don't like them. Don't need no more torpedo tubes. I'm going to do away with the underwater torpedo tubes for my battleships going forward, because that's just silly. This is a secondary gun battery, a very secondary gun battery heavy. Can we fit another one here? I could fit a single one here, but that'd be weird. Because that would be just blasted by the rear turret. So no, let's not do that. I think we've got enough guns. Let's see what else we can fit. First of all, we're going to go for oil fuel. We can stick with natural boilers and geared turbines. We can also, I mean, we're standard type battleships, but this thing has a design speed. This hull has a design speed of 22.5 knots. So what would that look like? We could go for 22.5 knots. We do have the engine efficiency to make it happen. They'd be a bit faster than the rest of the battle fleet, because everyone else going. I think for the Colorados, we're just going to stick with 21 knots. There we go. So they're not fast, but they are absolute weapons monstrosities. Okay, what else can we put in there? That gives me ship flaws. I'll try to avoid that as much as I can. I know it's not the end of the world, but it can be quite significant. So advanced propeller shaft. I might actually almost switch them to a. I don't need. I'll leave them on semi-balanced. We could. I was thinking to switch them to balanced rather, but I'll leave them. I'll leave them like that. That gives ship flaws, so we go with hydraulic. We obviously want Corp 4. We're still good in. We haven't upped the armor yet, but we're still good. We're still good cost-wise on these things. Barbettes. Oh yeah, we haven't put the rangefinders in yet. Coincidence. Yeah, I like coincidence rangefinders. They now we're starting to see the numbers there. Hydrophones. Do we? I mean, they're going to be escorted, right? How much is that going to cost? 315, 330. And do they need hydrophones? They're not going to operate by themselves. Radio direction finding, yes, because this is definitely. I'd rather go this direction because this is a flagship. This is going to be the flagship of the United States Navy. What do we got? We don't want cordite. We're going to go with tube powder and TNT2. And these things are already slow as heck with the 0.31 rounds per minute. So effectively around every 3 minutes. We could go with autoloaders. That significantly, that gives us 0.4, but the downsides are quite significant. That's an uptick in weight. And we do need to compensate for we would need to get electrical turrets. So that's a plus 3%, as a plus 10% on ship flaws. We can, I think the enhanced reloading is sufficient, and then we can just leave the turrets on hydraulic. I'm not planning to do tight maneuvers in these things. So that way we get to 0.3. We're at 0.35. That's 10%. If standard was 0.31, yeah. It's not gonna make a huge difference. So we'll go with 0.35. Now, do I want to go with heavy shells? Because that is going to kick down going to kick up the cost and the reload time. I think it's too early for the super heavy shells because reload, yeah. All right, armor plating. What are we going to put in there? We still have to standard ratio. We'll still have to do the shell. So we still have got more stuff to do. So torpedo belt, yes. Torpedo protection. Could go for a triple bottom hull. It's going to be expensive and also weight-wise. Double bottom is a little less. Definitely reinforced bulkheads. Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go. It's the flooding protection and the citadel armor, and then now we're already overweight. Yeah, that's where the weight is going. Maybe we can get rid of these. Well, making a huge difference. Okay. Anti-flood, yes. Do I need the torpedo protection? I mean, it does give me resistance in general. Oh, are we good actually? Oh no, I didn't want to take it out. We can get back up to 35,000. Let's see what that looks like. All right, there we go. The weight offset still needs to be addressed. We can just do that by pulling the. Oh, these things are getting in the way. Okay, that I wasn't aware of. These things are significantly getting in the way of the rear turret. Okay, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. I did not know that. Yes, it makes sense because we don't have it on a barbette. These are going to get in the way. What would that look like? If we are just getting a like a standard superimposed barbette here, like that, and then we would copy that turret. I can't fit it. Need to pull a little bit to the rear. There we go, and we put that turret there on top of the barbette. It looks. It does give it the rotation, but it looks a bit silly. I would sacrifice the 2-inch guns. Now these things don't really have an effective range. They're really like torpedo. They're really more. Yeah, this looks silly. I mean, unless we want to put another turret on there, but we don't have the displacement for that. Alternatively, okay. So the alternative is we get rid of these. Not that. I want these, and we are sticking the turret back where it belongs. We can pull it a little bit further backwards. These are where are the 2-inchers? Here. So if we put it there, what does that look like in terms of getting in the way of my turret? This works. So there I can put them. And I can put these guys back as well. That sort of works. And I still have a slight forward offset, but I can just move the rear superstructure a bit. And just move the engine spaces a bit to the rear because there's no need for them to be that close. So we'll just move that back a little bit. There we go, and we have a balanced ship with a massive engine efficiency that we don't need. But I mean, we could go down to coal, but that would need more space. So this is fine. Poor sectors of fire, yes, because this would get in the way of the turret if we move it there. That would. I'm gonna try to put the superstructure back. Yeah. I know. That gives us a slight. This frees up the turret angles, and we can just pull the forward superstructure backwards until it's balanced. There you go. Okay. So that works and is balanced. These guns all have decent sectors of fire. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This is fine. That's fine. So gun-wise, we're good. Now let's see what we can do. And we've put the biggest and best of everything in. Let's see what we can do with the armor belt. We have a penetration at 7,500 meters. Okay, what are we currently going? We're even on semi-armor piercing. My gosh, the penetration on these things is honking massive. Which means we can probably actually stick with semi-armor piercing. We've got... what did the Colorado actually have historically? What was that? 16-inch belt. Yeah, we're going to need a bit more armor, really. I don't have an awful lot left in terms of displacement, though. So main belt, 138% armor quality because we've got group 4. What is our defenses are looking like? Flash fire chances at 1.9. So I think we are good in that regard. This would, if we went down on the barbettes a little bit, this would. This is just really the flash fire stuff. How much weight is that gonna save? Well, it's not that much. We can go down on the anti-torp a little bit if we need a bit more. Yeah, that makes a big difference. And like fire and flooding chance is already massive anyway. The protection there, so that's decent. Can we get to a 16-inch belt? We can, but obviously we want something like an 8-inch forward belt, and we're already at mass again. An 8-inch aft belt. Let's design it decently first and see. Okay, and see if we can figure out something weight-wise. So deck penetration, we would have a 7,500 meter, 4.5-inch deck pen, but we have to subtract the armor quality here. So that's kind of like doubling this. So with 16-inch, we can go down to 15 on the main belt. And we would have a deck penetration. Now this is semi-armor piercing though. So if we're going for standard, then that's an 8-inch deck penetration at 7,500 meters. So that is shaving it pretty close. But I think that's 3.5 inch on the deck. And I'd love to get these aligned. 3.5 inch fore and aft. We go for 12-inch conning tower, 2-inch superstructure. Let's see. We definitely don't need that much on the turrets. So let's go for 15-inch on the turret face and for 6-inch on the turret roof. 15-inch on the barbettes. We don't have any barbettes, do we? I mean, these things probably count. Let's go for 12-inch on the barbette. The 5-inch guns don't really need armor that much. I can give them 6 and 3. 6, 3, and 3. Can't even do that much. 2. Okay. And that leaves us with 15. What we do is 15 and 7. 15 and 7 on the belt. Oh, we're getting relatively close, but I haven't really put anything into the 47 caliber length. I can shorten these a bit. So what if we push these down, because these things are super heavy. That'll also help with the rate of fire a little bit. So what if we push these down to let's say a somewhat stubbier 45 caliber. That gives us another 1,000 tons displacement to deal with. And we'll see how much we can put into the citadel armor. No, that's already too much. So we can put it's like 1.5, 1, and 0.5, and then we'll see how much can we get into the first belt. 4. And we 4.5, 1.5, and 0.5, getting relatively close there. 1.8, and there. We have used every single bit of displacement that we can. We've armored the thing, I think, for our standards reasonably well. 3.5 inch deck is still a bit on the weak side, in my opinion. I'd love to have a bit more, but yeah, it's just not. The displacement isn't there, and cost-wise, I think we are about at the same. Yeah, we're almost at the same cost as the New Mexico, so I think that's pretty reasonable. Plus, she's got a monstrous amount of secondaries, and both the 2-inch and the 5-inch secondaries. So we've got what is that? We've got 8 triple 5-inch secondary guns. Okay, and we have got the reload up to 0.4 rounds per minute. So I think that's pretty reasonable. And yes, now the last question is the shell way. Oh, actually, if we go for semi-armor piercing, that's still a monstrous amount of penetration, honestly. And it's going to increase the amount of damage that we're doing with the AP by, it's almost going to double it. So how does semi-ballistic look like? That is still plus 80% damage, and as we have a 32-inch penetration on, so we could even penetrate a 16-inch belt. Yeah, let's go with that. And we've got a little bit more that we can stick into the Citadel armor. Okay, 1.9 it is. All right, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves the USS Colorado. Not quite as she used to be historically, but she rocks 9 16-inch guns of the brand new Mark I variant, which is quite heavy. And as we get newer guns, we will refit it. But that's going to be the new flagship of the United States Navy, and should be striking fear in the hearts of our enemies. So, save the design, and then we're going to build one. So, Colorado class of battleship. Build 1 Colorado. The USS Colorado herself. And that is going to put a massive drain on our finances, but we'll make do. We still have the naval funds that we got for building more destroyers. So, of course, given that Congress has provisioned funding for more destroyers, we're immediately starting to build battleships. But at least now our shipyards are starting to be a little bit occupied. I think we can build more ships for our allies. I mean, we're currently constructing a battle 18-month. We've got 18-month, and we've got 2 months going on a destroyer. So once that destroyer is finished, we'll get the payment for it, and that'll help with our finances, because we are, if we're looking, not the biggest economy out there. I mean, we're bigger than the Soviet Union, Austria-Hungary, Spain, Japan, but we're not as big as Germany, China, Italy, and France and Great Britain are completely different league than us. The UK has more than twice our economy. So British Empire, fortunately, is I think somewhat, is friendly towards us. So we're not competing just yet. We might have to compete with the Japanese, but honestly, they've got 3 battleships, 9 heavy cruisers, and we've got 9 battleships. We're building a 10th right now. So they should be able to. They've got a lot of light cruisers and destroyers, though. So that is where things get a little dicey, and that's why we need to stop building battleships now. And I would love some heavy cruisers. I generally really like heavy cruisers, but I don't have the hull for it. So if we're looking at the research, I don't know if there's anything. We've got the modern battleship and the modernized dreadnought hulls coming up. So that'll make pretty much everything else obsolete, including the thing we've just started. But that's still 4 months away, and that's fine. We'll eventually build some more modern battleships, but I don't have the economy right now to just completely rebuild our fleet. So while we are a little bit ahead in hull design, when it comes to cruisers, I think what are we aiming for here? Next discovery not yet clear. Yeah, we don't know yet. So we don't really have a good heavy cruiser hull at this point, which is fine. We'll get there eventually. Other things that are coming up, anything interesting? Gun layout. What is the next thing happening here? Superimposed mounts for large guns. Oh, we can build six large guns on a single ship. I do want to build a maximum battleship. We'll get there eventually. That's probably what we're going to be doing with the modern battleship we'll build a maximum battleship, and yeah, we'll just have to get the shipyard size going up. Right now we're just building up to 51,000 tons, and we'll keep constructing. It's good that we've got the whole tech. Don't really need it right now. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.